In this video, we're going to show you how to enter an overhead AP invoice or an invoice that needs to be broadcast across several jobs. You can use your system menu to navigate to 4.2 payable invoices and credits. You can use the tab icon, or you can use the Sage desktop under vendors. So you're going to let Sage assign the record number. You're going to enter the invoice. This is for an overhead invoice for a wireless phone bill. So we're going to pick a vendor that is an overhead vendor. For this example, we picked George Wireless. We're not putting a job in there. The description can just be wireless phones for this month. Okay, you're going to enter the invoice date, the due date. You're going to leave status to open. You're going to come down to the subtable, enter the price for the whole invoice, and notice that it is defaulted to an overhead account, which is a 6,000 or 60,000 account. You could attach a copy of the invoice if you'd like, just by browsing out to it. That way you will always have it. And you'll notice that, again, that's to an overhead account. You're checking your accounting period, and all you have to do is hit save this record because you're not job costing it. Now let's talk about an invoice that you need to broadcast over several jobs. For instance, like a credit card statement. So this example will be for credit cards. Notice we're not putting any order, subcontract number, we're just picking a credit card vendor. Okay, we're not putting a job in or phase. Description can be just a credit card statement, maybe for the month. Invoice date, due date are appropriate. Status and type stay the same. Now here in the subtable, you're actually going to manually job cost this credit card statement. So you're going to enter each job as a separate line item within here. So job 186 will be $500. And because you want it to go to a job, you have to choose a direct expense account, which is a 50,000 or a 5,000 account. That will force job costing. The sample company likes a sub account. So then you're going to enter the next job on the next line, assigning it again to a 5,000 account. And then you have a third line. So you need to manually job cost a credit card statement that you need to broadcast across jobs. Okay, so then you have to go to the cost menu, job costs, actually enter the job costs. Now it tries to pull in the description from the header in the payable invoice, but that's not what we want it to say. We want it to be specific to the job as to what it is. We pick the right cost code, and notice that it tries to dump all $850 to the first line item. However, we need to distribute this amongst jobs. That's why we're entering 3 different lines on this job cost screen. Okay, so it tries to do the balance. So it's taken 250 plus 100, which is not what we need. We need it to be just 250, and then we have one more line item to enter. So we're just entering some descriptions. Now, the last $100 will be put under the cost amount. Ledger total and job cost total are now equal. So we could save this record at this time and then do recall, or we could attach, back on the main screen, we could attach an invoice to check the accounting period. Notice that we did not put a job or phase in the header information because we are manually job costing this. If you put a job number in the header information, then it means it can only be for that job. You cannot job cost if you have it assigned to one job only. So you're doing that on a manual basis under the job costs. So you're going to get a few warnings about budget. You should pay attention to your warnings. And then you can see that this broke it out by costs, by job. So then you have the three different jobs with their different costs.